Hey, what's up guys, it's the Cypher Slacker. I'm back at it again with another video. I've got a gem of a deck profile for you. This is Cyber Dragon / Cyberdark and or Cyber Style. This is kind of like a borderline character deck slash, it's actually a pretty decent deck. 3 copies of Cyber Dragon, 3 copies of Cyber Dragon Core, the absolute best card in the deck. 3 copies of Cyber Dragon Hertz, 3 copies of Cyberdark Claw, which is essentially the Cyberdark version of Core, and instead of normal summon, it is a pitch searcher, which is kind of nice. 1 copy of Eltanin. A lot of people sleep on this card. A lot of people do not play it. They play the Kaiju instead, the Jizukiru. This is just a searchable. In my opinion, this is better because what you do is you either bait out the negate with it, or you are able to, once you do bait out a negate, you can summon him out and board wipe your opponent. So definitely some options there. 1 Natcher and 1 Chimera. This is here for the OTK. This is our Power Bond Searcher. I love this card. I was so glad whenever they kind of made the combination between Cyber Dragon and Cyberdark, because it was really the essence of Zane's character towards the end of GX, and I feel like they tied them together very nice. Playset of Machine Duplication, a playset of Clockwork Knight, which acts as a super poly in this deck, playset of Cyber Emergency, 2 copies of Power Bond, 2 copies of Realm, 2 copies of Horizon, 2 copies of Lightning Storm, 1 Overload Fusion, 1 Regeki, 1 Called By, 1 Cyber Repair Plant, and because this is, if you haven't picked up, this is a Go Second OTK. We've got Board Breaker, Board Breaker, Board Breaker, Board Breaker, and Board Breaker. And to round it off, we've got the 1 copy of Cybernetic Overflow. So the deck itself is a 40-card build. It is an OTK build. So you want to be winning on your first turn. So guys, this is the side deck. If you've seen this on my channel before, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you have no idea. Okay, that's fine. No, I'm not playing 4 copies of Cyber Dragons. This is simply just the dark version. So when I switch to Cyber Darks, I'm playing the dark version. 1 Horn, 1 Edge, 1 Keel, another copy of Chimera, 1 copy of Cannon, 1 copy of the attachment Cyburn, a playset of Pot of Prosperity. The only proxy you'll ever really see me play, because we still don't have Over Future Fusion. If you don't know what that is, look it up. The other copy of Realm, the other copy of Horizon, 1 copy of Cyber Eternal, and the Cyberdark Invasion. So this allows us to basically cut 15 cards from the deck and replace it with these to essentially be playing Cyber Darks within the Cyber Dragon build. So off to the extra deck. This is going to make a lot more sense having shown you that. We've got the 1 Cyber End Dragon, the 1 Cyber Twin. If you're going for game and you're worried you might get hand trapped, instead of going for the Rampage Dragon, go for this. 1 copy of Cyber Eternity Dragon. This thing is what you pitch going second off of Cybernetic Horizon from the extra deck. Gives you your fusions targeting immunity and destruction protection. I've found that the only thing that stops this deck at that point is something like a Burying Mirror Force, Forbidden Droplet, anything that doesn't target and doesn't destroy. Cyber Darkness Dragon, 1 of the OG Cyber Dark Dragons, because with Over Future Fusion, making this is a lot easier than before. You can actually make this, pitch the Cyber End, and then Power Bond for Cyber Dark End. So it's not going to happen often. It's kind of niche, but it still can happen. The Chimera Tech Over, Chimera Tech Mega Fleet, the Chimera Tech Fortress, the 2 copies of Chimera Tech Rampage, because if you miss and whiff and don't OTK the first turn, you definitely want to second turn. Cyber Dragon Infinity along with a Nova and 2 copies of Zeger. So, guys, that's the deck. What we're going to do next is I'm going to do a couple test hands and just kind of overall walk you guys through how you would really play it. Again, it is a go second OTK deck, so your focus is on going second. And a lot of the time, when people see that you're playing Cyber Dragon, they go, okay, bet I am going to switch, let you go first next game. That is what the side is for. That is where you then switch. I mean, obviously, your opponent's not going to telegraph whether they're going to let you go first or second, but a lot of the times when you're playing a deck that is a blind go second, your opponent's going to try to throw you off and make you go first, and that is where you can side out your Cyberdark stuff, side into your Cyberdark stuff and throw your opponent for a loop. Okay, so we've got a lot to unpack here. This is a hell of a hand. Okay, so we've got 2 imperm. So we can use 1 during my opponent's combo, and we can use 1 whenever turn passes to us. So that's good. Or we can hold them both and then use the Regeki. Or we can go Cyber Emergency. Let me try this. That's going to get you to our boy Hertz. After you do that, you're going to pitch Claw to go for a Cybernetic Horizon. After you go for the Horizon, pitch the Hertz, pitch the Horizon, pitch a Cyberdark from deck. I don't know. Pitch him. That's going to give you a search of core, and then pitching the Hertz gets you to Cyber Dragon. So what you can do now is, just, get the Cyber Dragon, and then go like that, and then say bye-bye, bye-bye opponent's board, bye-bye. So then you would take that, anything your opponent has, and get out into this guy. Be mindful, and I'm going to tell you be mindful. Here's why. I used to think, reading is important. Okay, so I'm going to read you this card. Send 2 dragon and or machine cyber monsters with different attributes to your deck, to your graveyard, 1 each from your hand or deck, then add 1 dragon or machine cyber monster from your deck, and if you do, send a machine fusion monster from your deck, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it's not that card. It is this guy right here. Be mindful. You cannot use Clockwork Knight as a super poly if you've activated this guy's effect. Here's why. You can discard 1 spell or trap, add Power Bond from your deck to your hand. You can only use dragon or machine cyber monsters as fusion material this turn. Okay, let me read this one. This monster cannot be used as fusion material. You can only special summon this card by sending the above, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so this does technically use fusion material, even though you're not technically fusing. If you've activated this card, you can't activate this guy. I just want to say that because it can lead to misplays. So this hand was absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle up, do 1 more. And then we're going to call it a video. Guys, if you like this kind of content, if you kind of like this new format of 10-minute video profile and then a little bit of test hands, please like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't done so, maybe consider becoming a channel member. And let's see what we get here. Whew. I know a lot of decks don't die to Regeki anymore, but just the fact that you can do that, destroy all monsters, is just why I love it as a one-of. Just that power one-of, really. So for this hand, again, depending what we're playing against, depending what my opponent has, and this deck is really hard because you don't want to play something like Dark Ruler No More because you want to win this turn. Forbidden Droplet would probably be a better tech choice, but excuse me, I didn't mean to yawn there. We're gonna activate Regeki, just wipe their front row, whatever. Go Cyber Emergency. I mean, we have basic setup here for OTK. So I'm gonna go Cyber Emergency, get the core, go into the. I mean, we could go Realm. You go Realm. Realm's going to go ahead and get you to the Cyberdark. You're going to pitch the Cyberdark Claw. Getting into the Horizon, you're going to use the Horizon to pitch Hertz and another Claw. And you're going to search the Chimera. You're then going to send the Eternity from deck to grave. Banish the Eternity so that way you get its effect off this turn. You're then going to go ahead and normal out the Chimera off of the Realm, gives you the extra normal summon. You're going to go Chimera, pitch the Emergency, search a Power Bond. Where are we at? Power Bond. Power Bond. You're actually going to link these two away. Oop, that ain't it. That's it. Then you're going to Power Bond because you have... let me see here. Off of Hertz, I forgot to search the OG Cyber Dragon, but you can actually go for, and I like to do this every once in a while. I'm going to just straight up show you guys because this is fun as heck. I forgot to search, when I sent the Hertz, I forgot to grab the Cyber Dragon to hand. But I'm going to go Power Bond using 1, 2, and 3. So yes, you can summon out a non-targetable, non-destroyable, 8,000 attack Cyber End Dragon. It is possible. It is possible in 2024 to make this anime-ass play, and I do it, when I play this deck, I try to do it at least once a match, okay? So basically the Zeger is going to pump us up to 10,100, so then you just bam, and then it has piercing damage. So if your opponent played something like on the weaker side, like say they have something sitting in defense, like I mean obviously Naturals are really, really weak, but say they have something with 2,000 or less defense in defense, you just GG, because he can't be targeted, he can't be destroyed. One of the only real ways to stop something like this would be banishment, like banish this without targeting it. Maybe flipping it face down without targeting. Anything that doesn't target and anything that doesn't destroy. But, I mean, it is modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Your opponent always finds a way to out you. Well, not always. But, guys, that was the video. Tell me what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. This thing right here, though, I just got to take a second and just appreciate the heck out of this card. Cyber End Dragon Ulti Rare. Mint, too. Fucking nice. Guys, Slifer Slacker out.